If you think any of this wonkiness is going to deal with this dark psychic force of the collectivized hatred that this president is bringing up in this country, then I'm afraid that the Democrats are going to see some very dark days.
That from last night. With me tonight exclusively back in Detroit, the most talked about candidate from night number one, the author and activist Marianne Williamson. Thank you for your time and good to have you on our program tonight. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How did you think it went last night?
What did you say?
How did it go last night for you? What did you think?
Well, you know, being on a debate stage is kind of grueling, but I feel I got a chance to say a few things, and I feel that I was heard.
Well, it seemed like the crowd really liked you, but it doesn't seem like the analysts liked you very much at all. I just want to show our audience on screen the number of mentions you got on CNN were 9, and on MSNBC was 0. What do you think about that? Lack of recognition.
You know what? I try not to think about it. You know, if you allow it to be, a campaign is a total emotional roller coaster ride. And you're really up when they like you, and you're really down when they don't like you. And you just can't live in that place. You can't sort of emotionally survive the experience. I know what I believe and what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to understand and talk about with voters and learn about. That's where I try to keep the focus of my attention.
So you had this
all
phrase.
The dog and pony show.
Yeah, dog and pony show. Is that how you look at it?
I'm sorry. It's hard. There's
so
much in here.
You call it a dog and pony show? Is that what it is?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are two separate political universes, and one is, you know, the universe of the pundits and what they're saying in any particular hour and what's on social media and what the polls are and what the money is. And then there's another political universe, and that's your conversation with voters. And that conversation with voters, to me, that's democracy.
Well, you know,
that's the meaning of it all. Those are the richer conversations. You
mentioned the analysts. As I mentioned, I think the audience really gave you a warm reception last night. They liked what they heard from you. On television, it was a different story. Just play this right now.
I know a lot of people like to mock her, but honestly, I think she brought it for that.
You really did.
Jennifer, you think she could be the nominee of the Democrats?
Oh, no, but I do think that she...
I just want to clear that up.
So he's saying you could not be the nominee of the Democratic Party. To that, you say what?
I say Donald Trump is president, and that's exactly what I said about Donald Trump a couple years ago. That's what I said.
You said a dark psychic force is at work. You mentioned Flint, Michigan, but you know Flint, Michigan started in 2014. Why make that reference and draw that in now?
No. Dark psychic forces have nothing to do with Flint, Michigan. Dark psychic forces are racism and bigotry and anti-Semitism.
And you tied that into Flint,
homophobia.
Michigan, and it just wasn't clear on the years when the story broke under President Obama in 2014.
My conversation about Flint, Michigan has absolutely nothing to do with the conversation about collectivized hatred and racism and Nazism and all of that in the United States. Those are two completely separate conversations. Flint, Michigan is about the poisoning of water. It's about lead in water.
Understood.
That's a whole different
It's been tied to an inner-city African-American issue that a lot of politicians believe, that other politicians have frankly ignored. But you were on that stage last night, there to make a moment. Because the next big moment won't happen until September. And in all likelihood, you're going to have 10 or fewer candidates on stage then. Do you think last night was your last best shot, Marianne?
Well, I certainly hope not. I need about 37,000 more unique voters in order to, by August 28th, to get onto the debate stage on September 28th. People can go to Marianne2020.com and donate. Even $1 helps me get on the debate stage. And I need 2% in 4 major polls. So we'll see. I think we'll do it.
So
you
believe you believe then that you can continue in the quote dog and pony show. You do have a fan in the president's son. All right. I just want to share this.
I'm not saying that the camp. Wait a minute. Don't put words in my mouth. Okay. I didn't say a campaign itself is a dog and pony show. A campaign itself is a meaningful democratic experience. All I'm saying about the dog and pony show is, you know, what's happening on any given day with what the pundits say, etc.
Okay, fair enough. I want to share this tweet with you. Donald Trump Jr. wrote this, all right? People are going to think I'm trolling, but compared to what else is up on the stage, I think Marianne Williamson is actually winning this thing. This is amazing. No question, she seems to be drawing the biggest applause of the night. You were asking for a love fest a bit earlier. Did you get it?
I'm what?
Did you get the love fest? Did you get the love fest you were looking for, Marianne?
Did I get the what that I was looking for?
Love fest.
Did I get the love fest? Yeah, some people have said some nice things. But remember, the way these things go, at the same time people are saying wonderful things. On the other hand, you could look at social media and say where people aren't saying wonderful things. Yeah, I mean, sure, some people really appreciated things I said. And listen, even Donald Trump Jr. has some nice things to say.
About
so,
it.
You know.
Thank you for your time. Sorry you couldn't hear us so well out there in Detroit.
Thank you.
Marianne Williamson,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.